Hi everyone, welcome to our Wellness Wednesday Live. We are back in our garden. Slightly noisy outside, that's why we started a bit late. We've got some works going on in the garden. So if you're watching live, please say hello in the comments below. And if you're watching on the replay, it's #replay. So today, it's a sunny day in London. So we thought we'll get back to the garden. It's been a long time since we've actually been recording the garden. So I'll hand you over to Ronald. What have you got to share today?
Well, for a start, if you notice, the sun's at it's 1:30 odd now, and the sun's coming through the olive trees right in front of us. Just like that, have a look. You see that?
I'm going to have to move the video.
Okay. Yeah. Have a look at that. Can you see the olive trees? So the sun's coming through the olive trees, and we're about to actually start explaining what we're going to talk about today. All right, so first of all, let's show you a picture of the plant I'm going to talk about. Have a look, see if you can guess, and I'll explain it.
Okay, there you go. Can you see those yellow flowers?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. I prefer to I prefer to call them gold flowers. Now, what you've just seen is there's about 7 to 8 gold-coloured flowers of the dandelion plant. Dandelion. Dandelion. The French knew about it, and they called it Dandelion. Dandelion, which means tooth of the lion. Okay? Now, you are very lucky to see this, because most people look at that plant and they immediately been so brainwashed by the media that they immediately use the word weed. It's a weed. Let me tell you, that is not a weed. That is a life-saving plant. Now, let me explain to you why I know this. The actual Latin name is called Taraxacum officinale.
I'll
right?
type it in the comments later.
Yeah, exactly. And what it means is that it is the most wonderful plant for health. That's what it means. It's a complete plant. And let me tell you what it means by complete. If you get a tomato plant, for example, the edible part of the tomato plant is the tomato. You can't eat the leaves, you can't eat the root system, right? Like any other fruit. But with the dandelion, the whole plant can be used. The root system, the actual leaves, and the flowers, right? And it's they're incredibly nutritious. Now, if you eat the root system, there's the amazing part. We grow our tomatoes here to about 6 to 8 feet tall, but the root ball is about 8 to 9 inches. The dandelion plant goes down in the soil 3 feet, 36 inches. And why is it so wonderful that it does that? It goes in and picks up on molybdenum, on calcium, on sodium, silica, and potassium. It goes in the deeper recesses of the compost, where all the goodness is, all the minerals are there. Right? So now, I don't recommend you eat the roots unless you've got plenty of plants. But what I do recommend is you eat the leaves and the flowers and the stem. So I'm going to pull a flower and I'm going to explain it to you.
Okay.
First of all, we're going to do before we do the flower, we're going to talk about. See, have a look at that.
Hang on, please.
Yeah, have a look at that. Can you see the leaf? Can you see my fingers? Now, can you see the tooth, what they call the tooth of the lion? If you look, I'll just do it like that. Can you see? Serrated edge. Can you see the serrated edge? And what that is where the name comes from, tooth of the lion, right? Now, I'm just going to move it that way so we get a better picture. Hang on. That way? About there. Here we go. Can you see it? Can you see how the teeth are very thin? Now, that's how you know it's a dandelion. It's a very unique tooth system. Now, so that's called the tooth of the lion, dandelion. Now, that is a very small leaf. When we grow it in one of our main beds, we can grow that leaf to 1 foot long. 1 foot long, right? Now, the other one I'm going to show you. So the leaf is edible. So that leaf is edible. Now, about 8 leaves, 6 inches long, is what you need on a daily basis. Now, in addition to that, have a look at that. Look how wonderful that is. That is the flower. I'm going to put it this way. Can you see that? gold colour. Here we go. Look at that, gorgeous, isn't it? Now, it's probably bright yellow gold, but what you can eat the whole flower, you can eat the stem as well. In the stem and the flower, you've got milk as well, right? Now, why is it so good for you? It's got vitamin A, which is beta-carotene. It's got some of the B vitamins. It's got molybdenum, calcium, potassium. If you plant in the right spot, you get silica as well. Plus, the beta-carotene is of such power, it's incredibly good for your liver, your kidneys, your pancreas, your thyroid, and your eyes. Now, when you clean all the skins with this plant, you're cleaning your skin via the liver, via the thyroid, and your skin becomes really healthy because the inside system is what makes your system on the outside. So you can put a lot of creams and solution, whatever, on the outside, but really what makes your skin become really glowing is that sort of food, right? Now, so don't let anybody fool you thinking that this is a weed. Now, the insecticide companies, the pesticides companies, the fungicide companies, they've all con people by putting the dandelion as a weed, right? And they sell heaps and heaps of pesticides and insecticides and chemicals to get rid of this plant. They will never get rid of this plant. This plant is universal, right? And why is this plant so wonderful is because it has got so many medicinal qualities. I've never seen any other plant where you can eat the root system, the leaves, and the flowers. Now, be careful. There are plants like this that exist in the parklands, if you're foraging, where on one stem you'll have maybe 3 or 4 yellow flowers. Much smaller flowers, not as good looking as this one, but they will stem from the one stem. They'll have 3 or 4 flowers. How you know it's a dandelion, the flower is one flower per one stem, right? And the leaves have got the serrated edges, okay? That's how you know. Now, I'm going to give you a recipe that is really, really good for your liver. Now, before I do that, let me explain to you. Nature, God, whatever you want to call it, is fantastic the way it promotes the plants at the right time. For example, we're coming out of winter now, we're starting to get into spring, and lo and behold, you look outside, you see the dandelions are blooming, the leaves are getting bigger, and that is because during winter we tend to eat a lot of starchy foods, lots of meats, lots of roast and so on, and it's not necessarily good for you because it just, you don't do that much exercise in winter and then you get clogged up. So lo and behold, the dandelion arrives, you start eating 8 dandelion leaves per day and about 2 or 3 flowers, okay? And within about a month, your skin will be glowing, right? 1 month. I've already started eating 8 of these every day because we've got about 10 dandelion plants in the garden. That's one of them I showed you before. Now, the reason why it's got beneficial is because once your liver is detoxified, now, why is it so important? Your liver will clean in 4 minutes. It will detoxify and filter 5 liters of your blood. So when your blood is detoxified with this magnificent plant, that's when you'll grow your skin. But more than that, it will keep you very energetic. And it will also make you sleep better because your mind will be so much more powerful because your liver's clean, right? But like as I said, it's not going to be just the liver. It's going to be the liver, the kidneys, the pancreas, and all internal organs benefit from this. Now, I'll give you one of my recipes I use. 2 of these flowers, right? 2 of these flowers and the stem, 6 to 8 leaves, about 6 inches long, chopped up fine, including the flower, chopped up fine, 1 cucumber, 3 tomatoes, a bit of ginger, a bit of sel de Guerin, and you can also add your cos lettuce or your oak leaf lettuce or your organic celery is another one, okay? And then once you've got all that, you put all this on top of your salad and you add apple cider vinegar, sel de Guerin, which is salt, and of course, the famous Greek extra virgin olive oil. If you do this dish once a day for the next 2 or 3 months, you'll sail right through summer into autumn. Your immune system will be much stronger. So when we go into autumn and winter and the weather gets cold again, you'll be ready for it. You'll be able to fight all viruses. You'll be able to fight the flu, fight the cold. And I know I'm talking about, in the last 30, 40 years, I have never had the flu. Never had the flu, never had a cold. Maybe the odd bit of sinus, but that's it, right? Which is extraordinary. More than that, also, my eyes are in really good condition because of this plant, right? That's how wonderful I think of it is. So don't let anybody fool you and tell you it's a weed. If you grow it as organic as you can. Put some rock dust minerals called Remin, R-E-M-I-N, and let it give us your feedback and let us know what you think about it.
Okay, thank you very much, Ronald, and I hope you found all this information useful.
Yes.
If you have, do tag your friends who need to listen to this video as well. Feel free to share it on various pages of yours, and we will look forward to seeing you next week. And remember, I'll share the link in the comments below as well. 5:30 p.m. today, UK time, 5:30 p.m. For about an hour, we will be hosting a special Wellness Wednesday hour as well. And it's going to be on Zoom and also on this Facebook page if we can connect it. So do join us if you can, and also share it with your friends. We will be sharing a lot of useful information that will help you.
Yeah. All right, have a look at that. Have a great week.
Okay, bye-bye.